Have you ever been bothered about why people do not value and treat you respectfully as much as you would love them to? Or have you found yourself according more respect and honor to someone over another person? And no, it's not because you're a bad person, it's simply because you were according honor to whom it was due at the time. There's a reason behind this behavior among humans. I mean, this is something that is very typical of humans in general. The reason behind that is what we're about to share in this video as we talk about how to make people respect and value you. Hello, amazing one. Welcome and thank you so much for joining me here again on Refining Moment with Lady UC. My name is Uche Imafidon, and this is that platform where we talk about everything personal refinement that caters to your personal growth, character development, relationship management, and personality grooming. And of course, today we will be talking about how to make people value and respect you. But before we go ahead to talk about the content for today, I'd like to very specially thank everyone who watched my last video and sent in their comment and feedback, and of course liked and subscribed. Oh, and of course the first time subscribers, thank you. To everyone who sent in your comment and feedback, thank you. Your feedback is highly appreciated as it helps us to improve the quality of our content here on Refining Moments. So please keep them coming. And if you are a first timer here, welcome. We are glad to have you. Do not forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you can get all the powerful messages that we have to share here on Refining Moments. Moving on to the content of the day, which is like a follow-up of the last video where we talked about the key factor to every successful relationship. Just in case you've not seen that video, kindly check the description of this video right now for the link and it will take you right to the video. Okay, so we will be sharing on practical ways and how you can love yourself. Okay, how to show that you love and truly respect yourself as a person. I know you're eager to find out how to make people respect and value you. We're going to talk about that, but before we talk about that, can we talk about why humans in general, value some things over others, or some people over others? Because I mean, like I said, it's a human thing. Why do people, even you, think about it, value someone or some things over other people or over other things? The answer is simply perception. Yes, perception. People value what they perceive to be valuable and vice versa. And the same is true for any brand at all. I mean, have you wondered why people will pay higher for almost the same products but would be different brand names? It's because of their perception, what they perceive these to be and this to be. And the same is also applicable for you as a person. So the funny part of it is that people perceive you and treat you based on how you perceive and treat yourself. In other words, you are actually the one who enables people's opinion of who you are, of how they should treat you, of how they should respect you, simply by how you live and how you treat yourself. So, in other words, people are actually mirroring to you how you see and treat yourself. That means if you are not contented, if you are not satisfied with the way people treat you, with the way people value you, maybe it's time to look at how you treat yourself, how you also value yourself. Because like I said, you are the one who's giving people that enablement. You are the one who's enabling people and giving them an idea as to how to treat you. And this can be expressed in different ways that you project yourself, that you put yourself out there. Having this understanding now that you are the one who enables people's opinion of who you are and how they respect and treat you, I'd like to ask you this question. How do you perceive yourself? Now, please think about it very deeply before you answer. Is it as an important personality, or just one ordinary person who's just here to live through life? Now, based on your answer, how do you treat yourself? How do you carry yourself? As an important personality, do you take care of yourself very intentionally, or you just, do things anyhow or live your life anyhow? I had to bring that to your notice because a lot of people do not take time to think about this. For the sake of this video, let's narrow our focus down to ways on how you can value, regard, and respect yourself. So number one is understand and appreciate your worth. You need to settle the issue of your self-identity, your identity in God, once and for all. You need to understand who God says you are. You need to understand you from God's perspective, and that's something you can do all by yourself. It's a personal journey. When you have got to that understanding, it would help you further know how to live this journey. It will help you know, that you are a person with a unique assignment sent here for a purpose, that you are a man or a lady on a mission. And living this way intentionally can further help you become focused, living objectively and not recklessly or anyhow. You also need to understand your areas of strength and core competence and focus on growing on that aspect. Number two, refine your worth by investing in yourself. It's important that you keep refining your worth, refining your true person, okay, to make your worth more shining, appealing, and attractive. If not, people may not see you or understand your true worth. It is important, just like gold, to keep refining. And one of the ways that you can invest in your person, in your worth, is to invest your words. Yes, you need to begin to reinforce your identity every now and then. You need to always remind yourself of who you are every day, so you don't go about taking on another person's identity. And in doing that, what will invariably happen is that your sense of worth will increase and become even more refined and more valuable. Say, I'm a child of God. I am valuable. I am a treasure. People love me. I'm loving. I'm an engaging person. I'm a solution provider. I proffer high value solutions to high problems. I am a lover. I'm a giver. I am blessed. I am creative. I am talented. I'm a loving person. I can accomplish great things. God has given me everything that I need to accomplish my purpose here on earth. I can do all that God has created me to do because I've got a great destiny and I have great potentials to fulfill my destiny. These and more things, about yourself that really define your true personalities are things you should say to yourself. You can say them first thing in the morning or last thing before bedtime. Even in between your day, you always mutter them to yourself. Even when you're faced with challenging situations, keep saying these things because that's who you are. So you keep reinforcing it, and the more you keep saying it, the more you keep becoming it and keep getting refined at it. So another thing to invest, right, is to invest your time. It's important that you have a separate me time to, understand yourself some more. This is one area that a lot of people lag behind in. They really don't create time. They can have time for everything and everyone except having time for themselves. It's important that you have a separate time that you call your me time, something you can do every now and then to find out more about yourself, dig deep into your creative ability, get to understand your desires, get to understand your fears, your habits. And now in investing yourself and finding out more about your habits, you want to drop some degrading habits like begging. If you have the habit of begging, it's degrading. It is not dignifying in any way. You want to drop a habit of entitlement mentality or a victim mentality. You want to drop the habit of not being orderly poor hygiene, poor personal grooming, and all of these degrading habits. These can only happen in the place of me time, where you sit down to focus and to understand yourself, because these are some of the things that are sabotaging your relationship with other people. Because when people see how you treat yourself, how you behave out there, I mean, they almost naturally respond in treating you the way they treat you. So you want to have that me time to call yourself to some sort of, a meeting with yourself and put these things in perspective, so that all of these can be corrected and be refined, which is essentially what we're talking about. Good. And the next thing you also want to invest into yourself is your resources. Yes, I mean, there's no way I'm not going to talk about this, since we're talking about investing. You have to invest your resources, your money, your resources, your material acquisitions, and everything into yourself. You need to expand your mental capacity, because that's where you produce solutions from. You need to expand your mental capacity. You need to grow emotionally. You need to refine the way you communicate, your communication skills, your listening skills, your relationship skills, the way you relate with other people. You need to invest your resources, materials. It could be courses, it could be you taking up different coaching programs, just so you get refined in that way. And also, you need to invest in the way that you deliver your quality out there, your worth out there, whatever you're offering, your offerings out there. These are things that will need your sort of very intentional investment. Do not be stingy to yourself. Do not say, oh no, I'm not even eating. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't eat right, but what I'm saying is you should get really intentional, because see, what you want to do, the message you want to pass across to people is that you are a valuable person. And it has to start from how much of investment that you're able to put into yourself, to becoming that very valuable person that will earn the respect of other people. And I'm not even asking that you focus right now on other people, because I mean, everything I've been talking about is essentially on you focusing on yourself, focusing on how to prove to yourself that you really indeed love yourself, how to value yourself some more, how to treat yourself some more. All right. And talking about treating yourself, you also want to pick up some habit, some dignifying habit of, say, taking care of your personal care. All right, taking care of your environment, making sure it's always tidy, making sure that you are organized, your timeliness, you are always timely. You try as much as possible to reduce everything that will make you say, I'm sorry. I mean, if you do the right things at the right time, there will not be need for you to apologize. I mean, I'm not saying that you cannot make mistakes. Of course, in the case where you make a mistake, it's okay to go ahead and apologize, but to minimize your mistakes as much as possible. The next investment you also want to do is to invest in other people. It's very important, but I'm not going to talk so much about that on this video. In the next video, we'll be doing a lot of that, to invest in your relationship with other people. So the number 3 way on how to value, respect, and regard yourself is to project and present your worth in a dignified manner. Now, when you understand that you are a treasure, just like a diamond is, you will know that you are not supposed to be everywhere, attending to everyone at every point in time. You will know too well to make yourself scarce, if you know what I mean. I mean, even down to the way you put your stuff out there, whether in the physical space or online, the things you put out there about yourself and about your loved ones. Some people are not very censored with the kind of things that they project about themselves. So we're not even talking about some people now. We're talking about you, who's growing to understand yourself, or who's growing to understand, to have an improved perception of who you are. You'll be very particular about how you live, how you speak, and you're not even pretending. This is something that is already happening to you. You're already growing, even when nobody is watching, because all of these things we've mentioned are things that would sponsor that growth. So You will just be one who's very meticulous about how you say what you say to anyone. Project yourself with confidence and poise, not as one who has the answer to everything, but as one who knows who she is or who he is with confidence. Let your handshake be firm. I remember having a handshake with someone recently, and I shook his hand, and he stopped and said, "Wow, I like the firmness of your handshake." I just smiled because, hello, this is someone who knows who she is. So she's giving the confident handshake regardless of who you are. And then this is also applicable to how you live your life in general. When you start to pay a little more attention to how you live your life, I'm betting you, even your comments will be scarce. Your comments will not be found on every post on social media. And should you even go ahead to comment, it would be, well articulated and reasonable, valuable comments that people would look at and say, like people would always look forward to your comments for those who know you. So you're just very, very meticulous or very particular about the way you live your life. At this point, I would even advise that you have the celebrity mentality. Now, I'm not asking you to go about becoming proud. No. At this stage, you are not a proud person. You're not going about with arrogance or pride. No, you're communicating your virtue, your value, your worth to people, but you're doing it very lovingly, very humbly, very respectfully. Remember, you are now living intentionally. You know who you are. You know that you're a loving and sweet person. That's how you are communicating that. You are also showing respect. I said that I'm going to talk about how to invest in your relationship with other people in our next video, so that you can know how to have a smooth sailing relationship with people, because of course we can't even do without our relationship with others. So have I been able to communicate some key things that you can go home with and begin to work with? If that's the case, I'm glad I've been able to do so. I want to encourage you to, if anyone knows me, you will know that the next word that I say very rampantly is the word intentional. It's about time that we all began to live way much more intentionally with our everyday life. With our everyday life, with the way we live, with the way we communicate, and the way we communicate our values, our worth, our virtues out there to people. It is when you begin to do this that you can now sit back and watch how the respect from other people will skyrocket. People value things that they perceive as valuable. So because you have now started to see yourself as valuable, as one who's worth so much, and you are now beginning to treat yourself as a dignitary, as a dignified personality, it's only natural for people to look at you and begin to treat you that way. These things I'm sharing with you are things that have worked for me and have seen work in the lives of other people. So I'm not just coming here and saying what I do not know. I also want you to begin to live as that person, living to your truest potential, if you understand what I mean. So if that's something that resonates with you today, thank you. Please do not forget to leave your comment in the comments below and send me your feedback. I'd love to hear them. Do not forget to like and share this video. And if you've not subscribed yet, kindly do so right away. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.